it's okay. Doesn't really matter if you're old and gray. It's alright, I say it's okay. Listen to what I say. It's alright, doing fine. Doesn't really matter if the sun don't shine. It's alright, I say it's okay. We're getting to the end of the day. High tech, low tech, take your pick. She can't teach no dog a brand new trick. I don't care what anybody says. At the end of the day, there's a place that I can't find. A drink or two to ease my mind. Golden days.
Hey, Rob Smith here. It's 8:02 p.m.
Everybody thinks that you passed your mind. It's alright, it's okay. You still got plenty to say.
All right. All rise. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I was in the judges' chambers again. It's the third time this week. I hope you all are doing fine. Trying to get this up here a little bit. Oh, you can't really read. You can see what I put here. All right. Yeah, you can't see that. Sorry, the light. Let's see if I tilt that. Does it change it at all? I can't tell. Move that a little bit. That could help. Does it? Well, I don't know. No, it doesn't seem to do any good. Is it the screen? Oh, could be. I have not cleaned the screen recently. That could be my problem child here. And I have no way to clean it. Where's my cleaning screen? The other thing. It's MIA here. Oh, I've been moving stuff around here. I don't have. Actually, I do. I have something I can use here. All right. Well, it's tomorrow is it's Veterans Day. So let me let the flag cat do something. It's sitting around here not doing anything. Hopefully, maybe does that help with the little situation. No, it does. I guess it's this. All right, so I'll just take this off. Here we go. I was just going to share, as I like to share something. And please feel free to put something in the chat. I appreciate it. Anything. Put a word, cat, dog, hippopotamus, whatever. Look around your room, whatever you see, or around the house, or around the outside. If you're, tenant outside somewhere on the street with a cup and waiting for a few coins. How many coins are in your cup? That's a good idea. Anyway, this is something that Kool-Aid did for a while, which was Kool-Aid Comics. This is from 1975. I don't know who did the work, but actually, I haven't even taken this out. Why don't I just take this out real quick? It might be fun to see. This has had some water damage back in the 30 years ago, a little over 30 years ago. Massive damage at my house as a flood came in. With very 70s artwork. Very, very 70s. I really don't like the style myself. What do you think? What's your I don't care for the style. This style, was most prominent with the underground market. I don't know if young people today know what the underground comics were. I have no idea. Hello, Andrea Kaczynski. Do you know what underground comics are? Now, you're of age, you would know, possibly, but you weren't into comics, so you might not know. But underground comics were a big, big deal. Where a fellow named Robert Crumb became that. It was something that I know you and I have a certain taste for things that we would not care for them. It was a very California thing, if you will. West Coast, even better. I don't know. To get underground comics weren't really available much on the East Coast. They were mostly on the West Coast. So anywhere from Las Vegas to Los Angeles to especially San Francisco, you could find underground comics. And there were a lot of inappropriate. It's funny, a lot of people, that area of the country seems to be all upset about how women are treated. And yet you look at how underground comics, where women were treated as pure trash. It's unbelievable that the same place, that same I said, this is very 70s out. And very simple. Now, they were using dip pens. This is before really markers were being used. Markers were around, but not much. Yeah, underground, they were very popular. Well, because they were, frankly, they were X-rated. Fritz the Cat was a movie that was a result of underground comics. If you know anything about Fritz the Cat, There's so really, if you look at this, it doesn't have a lot of comics in it. It's mostly little games and things, and of course promoting Kool-Aid nonstop. But yeah, this got very badly damaged in a flood I had, but it's still a rarity. Not something something that I like to keep in my collection, but little I have of one now. But otherwise, not much could happen with. All right, so what should I do something with? Well, we were talking about. You do know. Okay, so you know what I speak of. Same style. Fritz the Cat was done the same way, and Vaughn Bodie was one. I actually was connected on my old Facebook account with one of the fellows, Kim Deitch. Kim Deitch. He was a big guy. He's still alive. Most of them died. Robert Crumb's still with us. Now, Robert Crumb was from the Midwest. That's what's interesting. That's what that was. Okay, so what to draw? Well, we start talking about cats. What am I using a? Why am I using a? Let's use. Ooh, the danger brush. That's danger brush. This is actually my that red that paper I get from Miller. I can't get enough paper right now. I'm not going to draw Fritz the cat. I have no. Oh, an owl, huh? Did someone else brought an owl? Was it you? What was it? Hope who brought up an owl? Someone brought up an owl. Okay, what to do with an owl? I don't know. Well, right? Hopefully, get some more response here. That's such an important part of this. I don't know what an owl. Yes, an owl was brought up, but it was brought up while I was in the midst of something else was going on. Or maybe it was you who brought up the owl. Someone brought up the owl. Ooh, wow, that point has been done in a bit. Good I have more than one handy. Oh, yeah, that's new. Something with an owl. How the eyes really too close together. And oh yes, underground comics were a big seller. But understand, whereas comics started in New York City, really the nucleus was New York City through New Jersey, Connecticut, which were all super. A lot of it really was a culmination of a lot of the Jewish community coming up. Simon Schuster, Siegel and Schuster and Stan Lee, whose real name was Lieber, and Jack Kirby, whose real name was Moskowitz, something like that. So that came up from that. Underground comics had a few Jewish people. It really came up from the counterculture drug, because drugs are such a big deal over there on the West Coast, and it was really a product of that. And you saw a lot of movies were starting to reflect that, and the drug culture. That was really where underground comics came in. Was really actually illustrating sexual things and so on. It was really nasty stuff. Some thought it would continue and it would actually become mainstream, and thank God it didn't, huh? For now, it's amazing how acceptable a lot of that is today. But the comics itself are not. But those comics are worth a lot of money because they didn't continue. So they're really representative of a time period. And really, they were mostly available on the West Coast, not over this way. Well, oh, yeah, an owl found me. Okay, well, anytime you get hungry for dinner, you just go out there and pull an owl out, and throw them on the grill. Well, it's always good to have a handy meal, I tell you. Despite how wooded my home was over there in Ocala, never had very little owl encounters. What to do with this fellow? What else is happening? Now, there's other people here, it looks like, but go ahead and comment or say something or what's going on. I've still not been feeling well the last few days. I wonder if I've been almost fighting something here. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, whoever everyone is, I don't know. Be very quiet. Please type something. Let me know where you are or what you're doing. I thrive on interaction. I thought Dennis and yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's the weather this time. It's been too many days in a row. I'm not sick. I don't think. I've just not been feeling right. It could just be my situation in life and my body realizing it. My brain. This is how my life. Uh, it's not been raining. I don't think it's been raining. I ran out and I've been running back and forth to the car too. Don't know what to do with this fellow. Let's see what else is. Anyone want to say write anything? I don't know. Give him a cup or something. But thank you, Andrea, for coming. Everybody who comes by, especially if you comment. I'm wondering if my body's trying to tell me something. Is that's why I'm not been feeling up to things. Of course, wasn't feeling all that great all last week either. I was saying thinking it was election stuff, but I wonder. Also, know I've got a lot of projects at hand, and I'm not getting well to them. I did get some work done on the building I need to draw, but I've been spent more time trying to get myself a little more get things set up here. I know you got a gopher tortoise too. What if my drawing's being affected by how I feel? Yeah, go ahead and chat about something. Give me. I'll just yap about myself. I don't like doing that anyway, though I can, of course. Well, I plan on doing a live about Florida on Wednesday. On the Swampy YouTube channel, not this one. Start doing some lives over there. Hold that a little better. There we go. Jim Panimation. You should man with a pencil first. Why? No, I just happened to pick up this pencil. I thought I'd draw something with it. Well, I didn't. I picked up this pencil. I started shading the other drawing I did, and I thought I'd just draw something with it. This is a nice little pencil, soft. Now, admittedly, I do pencil here. This drawing, which actually I got to finish this, but I had to get the building done because it goes behind it, and then I've got to draw. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to rearrange some of this, but I actually could ink this too while I'm here. I was thinking I was going to start early and do that. I've been just doing too many things at one time. I'm getting really nervous about being behind on so much. And I'm going to go ahead. I was going to use this white board over here for the Christmas print, but I think I'll wait to get the board. I'll get it from DK Art Supply tomorrow. Yes, I usually pencil things and then I ink them. This is a Christmas brochure I do every year for Dr. Steve Brooks. But I'm not sure, and I can't. I had handy pictures of him, but I think I moved him to another drive, so I can't. I need to. I could probably draw him and be pretty close here, but I'd like to work off a photo, but I don't have one here. I may have one still in my smug mug. I think part of it is that my feel it not feeling well. It's just being so behind and so much. I'm getting nervous about January 31st. Tomorrow should be interesting. Tomorrow, I'm going to try to do, after talking to, I don't remember who, I was talking to Dennis Dragon a little bit. I was talking to Dennis, and suddenly all these kids are running all over the place. And one of my boxes for books fell over. What a mess. Anyway, these are very valuable, rare Florida history books. Oh, I was fit to be tied, and these kids were running around, and I had the apartment open so I could just get back in. It's hard to get in and out. Anyway, off track. I'm just trying to do too much. But talking to Dennis and going back and forth with Andrea today, I think I will do some video. Why am I doing this? I got to color that. It's going to be color. I'm thinking I'm doing black and white here. Why do this? Yeah, when I do things for prints or something, I do color. I do pencil first. But I don't like. I like to just make things up as I draw. That's a lot more fun for me, and that's why I ask folks to comment because I'll just draw. I'll go off of what anybody says, and that's to me that's the fun for me. Using my mind, I don't care that I draw, which I've said too many times before. But yeah, what are you up to, Jim Animate? What state are you in? Hopefully I won't get some initials this time. That was irritating. It's fun to use your mind. That's what this is all about, using your head. Doing anything in life, that is. There's no such thing as art, fictional thing made up by a bunch of folks who don't know how to draw. God, tell your story. This could be big enough that could be here. Hello, Hope, fellow Floridian. Hi, Jim. Hey, everyone. Yes, Hope, how are ya? Yeah, it was good information I was getting from Dennis. I had to get off the. Didn't hear back from Dennis, but I knocked over. I just hauled stuff out to the car earlier this morning. I had to haul it back in. Whole box of rare Florida books, which won't be going your way. Well, of course. Well, actually, if signed volumes fell over in the parking lot. And then these kids were running around. I'm just not used to. I've just never been in a position with this apartment complex stuff. And it's usually Zombieville here. Nobody's around. Not them. I don't think I should be trying to talk people in them out in that parking lot. Maybe I don't know. It's best not to, probably. I won't think I'll do that no more. I used to, Andrea knows, I used to talk when I was over in Ocala. I used to talk to folks, go outside, walk around. I'd walk around. I lived on a horse track, a 1 mile horse track. And I'd walk around, sometimes talk to folks, walk the whole mile horse track. There were no children where we were. Sometimes, occasionally there would be children, but not often. I'm still not sure what this is going to turn out looking like. We're all finding out this out at the same time. And I left the apartment open. That was the other thing. I unlocked it. I didn't have the door open, but I had it unlocked, and I was just concerned someone might, kid might. They've said occasionally someone banged on the door. It was a kid I know. I mean, it was a child. I know it was a child of some sort. Oh crud! Now I have rare Florida books all over the parking lot. I got my door unlocked, and there are kids running down the hallway toward where my apartment is. Oh golly, that scared the heck out of me. These are books you just can't get no more. I'm about to finish one, by the way. I've been reading it for too long. I've read 100 books while I've been reading this one. It's Back Home by Hampton Dunn, a history of Citrus County. It's great. I'm almost done, but I've got just in the last hour here. I was reading about the Cross Florida Barge Canal. And here's Dunn just praising. Oh, well, here comes the barge canal. It's going to be the greatest thing this area has ever seen. So I'm marking things. I call this the Pat Buchanan method, though it's not his idea. It's others have done it too. But then a friend of mine's mentioned. I wish Missy was here. Bill McCree's mentioned. William A. McCree. Bill was a friend of mine. He had engineering firm on Princeton Street at Addison. Not Addison. Darn it. Forget the name. Anyway, it's at Princeton right off. It's on Princeton right off of Orange Avenue. The McCree brothers. It was Bill and Bert. Actually, Bert McCree just died about 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks, maybe it's been a month now. But Bill and I spent time with both of them. And I met one of them. I can't remember which for when I was in high school. But anyway, I didn't know he was in charge of the canal authority when there was an effort to build the barge canal back in the 60s. I've done extensive research. Maybe I've read that. No, I would remember that. I don't think I knew that. Why the heck didn't I talk to Bill about this? He and I talked about all kinds of things. He liked fishing. He was a good guy. He wasn't being with on the state. Anyway, for those who don't know, the barge canal failed. Thank God. What a stupid idea that was. But it was going great guns in the 60s, brought to us, of course, by none other than, actually, Lyndon Baines Johnson came out and shoveled some of the first dirt over in Citrus County, because there was a east end and a west end, because it was going to cut across the state. So the west end, he tilted the shovel. Wow, those guys. You're not going to read much about that in books, about that part of it, because it's the wrong political party, They could do no wrong. Lyndon Baines Johnson was a god to them. Miserable piece of garbage he was. Racist piece of garbage. What do you expect from folks like Lyndon Baines Johnson? A great book, and I think the next. I've been reading. As I said, I've read 100 books in the time I've gone through, because I've been slowly going through the Citrus County book. I mean, you can see right here. I mean, I've marked the heck out of this book. I've spent a lot of time going through it. A lot of folks don't know anything about Citrus County. It's not as well known. Oh, I'm sorry. There's a lot of other people in here. I'm sorry. Where am I? Dolphin's here. Hello, Dolphin. I'm sorry to have broken off the conversation with you. I was bringing. I'd taken books. I had to get. It's involved why I had to do this every couple weeks, but I had to take some boxes out to the car. I'll explain another time. But anyway, so I had to bring them back in, and I was stacking them, and the one on top. I turned around and saw the kids running through the hall into the hallway where my apartment is. Somehow, I guess as I turned, that box slipped, fell into the parking lot, top popped off, and books sprawled across. Madness, I tell you. Some very rare Florida books. Richard Martin's Eternal Springs. Name wouldn't mean much to y'all, but it means a lot to me. Very rare books. My friend Mike Slicker would love to have those books, and I hope if I die, I hope he had. That's the plan, is for him to get those, or Sarah, whoever gets them. Well, it should be them. That's who I want to get them. And I need to meet y'all Tuesday, Hope and Dolphin. I got to give you a key to the storage room. And I want to talk to y'all about something about little plans in case something happens to me involving y'all. But I hope tomorrow's successful. So I should be posting as I can about the trip tomorrow for Veterans Day. And I really look forward to learning about the Hardy family more than I already know, which involves Citrus County, because there's such a massive. All right, I could have drawn this. All right, who was mentioning pencil before? See, if I properly penciled this, you could better tell he's slapping the back of them. But I didn't do that well here. That doesn't read well. See, when we do artwork, you don't necessarily know we made boo boos until it's too late. Yeah, I don't know when on where. I'm gonna be tired. I don't know how involved tomorrow's trip is. God, I'm all mixed up what day it is. But I got to get up early tomorrow. And I'll pick up the board. So we're going to be doing happy animal drawings. So I might increase my live just so I can get more of those drawings done. And I got to get going on the Christmas print. Now that I've got it all planned out, I'll use the board I get from Dennis's place tomorrow. Sorry. Yes, remember it's DK, not DJ. You're DJ, DK. How confusing. And I said before, Dennis updated me that four independent art stores in all of Florida. 4. Please support your local businesses, guys. Please. Kathy Meehan was running for mayor of Melbourne, and she didn't make it. But I hope that next I get with her, I find out how can I help bring more attention to her store. As long as that nasty lady is involved, I want people to get there. Dennis does not consider Meehan's to be an art store, though it mostly is. When you go in there, that's what you mostly see. I need to put somebody else here. What else we talk about? Howdy, DJ. Oh, there's Melissa Busby. Did you know the McCrees, Busby? Did you know the McCrees? Bill, Bert. There was another brother. I forget. Bert lives somewhere around Lake Adair, or is it Bill who lived around Lake? I think it was Bert. Bert just died. He died about a month ago. Bill died. Ooh, it's been a good 10 years. But he was part of Orlando Remembered. They both were kind of, but really was Bill. Anyway, I don't think I knew that Bill was head of the Florida Barge Canal Authority. As much work as I've done involving the Barge Canal, especially when I was in Ocala. And now I regret I never talked to Bill about that, much as we talked about stuff. He was, both were OHS at Orlando High School folks. Well, I was just funny you mentioned that, Dolphin. Yeah, well, I saw the art. So your Wall Street guys don't want the local businesses. That's why they were so much against Trump. No local businesses because they want the big ones. And my next book, as I'm heading into, is one about F.W. Woolworth. And you know how and I was just kind of breezing through it. Then I'm going to really read into it, probably start tagging it like I did the citrus book. But Woolworth, as is true, actually, I could tell that's actually somewhat true of how Winn-Dixie got started. It's a little bit about Publix. But Woolworth got started was because he started buying stuff from overseas. He started buying stuff out of Europe because it was super cheap as compared to what was being made in the U.S. That's how Woolworths got started. And so the big businesses today, Woolworth, Walgreens. Today, Walgreens still exists, but they still exist because they can buy it cheap wholesale, which is the name of a play, I believe. Um, so that's a big problem. But the thing is, it's so that one of the arguments being made was, well, you can't vote for Trump because he's going to raise all your prices because of the tariffs. The idea is it's made here and made at such a mass quantity that it lowers the prices, just like gasoline and others. People don't, I gotta understand how economy works. We need to be making things here. We need people to have jobs here manufacturing. It's ridiculous. We don't make much. Oh, and Melissa's going to hate this drawing because everybody's spilling coffee. Yeah, it's a complete waste of 8 o'clock coffee right here. That's what I remember most about Winn-Dixie was they had the 8 o'clock coffee churn, and I love the smell of coffee. Love it. I cannot. There's no such thing as a air freshener or anything with coffee. Not, I mean, real coffee, not that frappuccino stuff. I mean, real coffee. I love the real smell of it. So I love to go down. I remember when I was little, I'd intentionally at Winn-Dixie because Publix never had that. I think that some do now have the churns, but Winn-Dixie always had the 8 o'clock. And of course, AMP did, but they weren't hard, they were hard to find around here. I remember that the AMP that was at Colonial Plaza. Yeah, one of the things I want to do is, and that's what I was talking to Dolphin and going back and forth with Andrea about today, is start doing some clips about history. I've been looking at a lot of these clips, and I saw someone's doing some history. So there's a lady from New Jersey doing Florida history clips. Someone did something about the Hallover area just north of where I am, a bit over North Cocoa, and they were telling about the history, and it's all wrong because they're not from here. They're not reading. They're just, I don't know, they're working from Wikipedia. Dummies. In fact, it's the subject they brought up is something we're covering in the Indian River Lagoon book. Is these Hallover areas are not stable. Water is not stable. It moves. It's always moving. It's like this coffee. It always moves. Oh, I don't have a coffee jug here. I need to have. What's that little ant on here? They say that I've told them there are ants coming in through the window over here, and they said they were going to do something about it, but I'm still seeing some ants. It's because they don't. I'm not allowed to do anything about it. They have to do it. This gets into why I'm moving boxes around back and forth. Well, I didn't draw that right because I got his arm in the way. If I was penciling, getting back to what the animation fellow wrote, But if I was penciling, this wouldn't be any fun for me. Make it up. I'm to be at Fort King Festival. They just had Cracker Days, or they calling it Country Days now, so they don't offend whoever on earth is being offended by that. Uh, this past weekend, my friend Mystery Barnhill was out there all dressed up. She actually took. She has. You go to Mystery Barnhill's Mystery with an I, Barnhill's house, and she's got sewing machines everywhere. She has reams of materials and little knitting just everywhere in her house. So she actually brought one of her old sewing machines from the 1800s to the Cracker Days. I don't think she's done that before. Oh, wow, that's dangerous stuff. I'm sorry. Did Melissa respond? Yes. Did you? Yes. Melissa has no Aldi near her. It's serious. She really doesn't. It's not. There's not. It's not. She's not. Because I talked to her. We were figuring out her nearest Aldi is 30, 45 minutes, an hour away in any one direction. That's amazing. Andrea, did you know the McCrees, MCREE, the McCree Construction? They had a red brick building there off of on Princeton, just past Orange, right past the Princeton. I don't know if you know, but that building on the corner, the red brick building on the corner of Orange and Princeton, that's where there's a little debate about this, but that's where the first concentrated orange juice was created. There's some discussion that it happened at 441, but that wasn't where they were doing experimenting. They were doing experimenting there at the Red Brick Building. Thank God it's still there. Florida Hospital would like to take it out, as they take everything else out. Seventh Day Adventist, whatever. Yeah, did you know Bill or Bert McCree? And I think there was another brother, and maybe, but there was I just knew Bill and Bert. And I knew Bill real well. Except I never talked to him about the Barge Canal. Or if I did, he was probably really, really quiet because I hate the Barge Canal. I didn't know he was chairman because I was studying it back. I've been studying it since the '80s. I find it's fascinating. I don't know how I missed that Bill was part of that, but I did. Shame on me. Can't know it all. I hope going out and about tomorrow I get this sinus stuff slides away. I know I'm partially responsible. Shame of my time at the city, but they made us, and you can too. Just people don't know it. You can go in there and make them say he'll do all kinds of things for you. County, state, get the taxpayers to pay for it. That's what the Seventh Day Adventists did. Made millions doing that. I'm all stuffed still. I don't know. So I've got some boisterous. Yeah, Andrea, be careful inviting this gopher tortoise into your house. Apparently, he's a bit boisterous and causes trouble when getting together with others. Much like myself. When I get together with people, I tend to slap them on the back, make them spill their coffee, and Melissa knows that. I've made her, and I go to Gabriel's sub shop, and I make everybody spill everything. I start laughing, slapping people's backs. Ooh, heavy, heavy. This in the foreground, so this should have a heavier line. Oh, by the way, look what I'm using, Melissa. I'm using, whoop, well, these guys. Heavier line, because in the foreground, same for you. Yes, Andrea's got it's a Winn Dixie turning into Aldi over there. I fit in there right with me and the high schoolers, we just start slapping each other's backs. And when I go outside and skateboard with them up and down Edgewater Drive, I tell all the old people, get out of the way. Oh, that's someone else I'm not friends. I was talking to Andrew about all the people I'm not friends with now that I've got the way things are with Facebook. You know, Kyle Gabriel's. Kyle Gabriel. I need to get back into Gabriel's and tell Kyle I don't have my page. By then, I've probably changed my name to Rob Smith or whatever the Facebook lets me change it to. Still, not one word from Facebook. I've sent them multiple messages. And as has been told to me, it ain't going to happen. And so far, they're right. Nothing's happened. There was that one appearance a couple weeks ago of everything, and then it all disappeared again. So it's there. I'll put another critter here. What critter should I put in? Anyone want to write something down? Critter, any critter? One you might find around the house? Or not find around the house? Thank you all for being here, and thank you all for being part of the chat. Poor dog being beaten by this gopher tortoise. You know, if we got our head straight here, we'd exterminate all the gopher tortoises. And wait a minute, what am I saying? Thank you, Andrea. Possums. You know what's funny? And I had this problem when I do my Christmas print. A lot of folks don't know what a possum is. So if I draw here, I'd be drawing one from the back. No, that's the idea. Is challenge me. I want a challenge. I live for the challenge. Let's see if I can pull it off. So when I put them in the Christmas print, I've already got them laid out there for this one. I usually have them hanging upside down. Then you can tell it's a possum because they're hard to tell. Well, they're hard to see in general if you think about it, because they're very light gray. It's like a car that's gray that drives, and it starts to rain, and the car disappears. It just blends right in, and the possums tend to blend right in. Okay, so I want to put some clothes on this one. No nudity here. No nudity. Sorry, it ain't happening. It's not gonna be like those little videos. Wow, Dolphin. I was thinking how. So I'm gonna try to do something tomorrow. I'm gonna hopefully have Sarah help me. Just do some video. I'm thinking of wherever there's apparently a wishing well at the cemetery. We'll do some little video there. I think that's going to be a goal, to do one of those little short little things with the video. Okay, I don't want him to. Maybe he is drinking coffee. He's drinking some water. A glass of water. So I figure I'll do, and I'll also post some photos. But I was talking to Dolphin about I just now remembered we talked about this. Just struck me. But I've got thousands of photos of Florida all over the state. I think it was telling Melissa, or I'm not sure it was Melissa, about I've got all these pictures of Colonial Plaza being demolished. Amber was there. Amber's walking amongst the debris. I think Taylor was there too. Now that I think about it. You know, one of my jobs at City Hall, I worked on the whole Colonial Plaza thing. So the key to a possum is that tail. Actually, they can't. I don't believe they don't have this kind of flexibility. But You gotta show it, or else it doesn't read as a possum as well. Looks like a little rat. Actually, as big as possums get. Okay, so this is like a little baby possum because possum would be as big as these guys. I made them really tiny. Oops. See, I pay attention to that stuff. Well, who says this is? Maybe this is tea. Maybe it's coffee and tea. Oh, dolphin and for TikTok, don't forget to record in portrait rather than landscape. That's the real challenge. You're kidding me. Oh, yes, when I'm seeing these Facebook things. Hold it. Here I'm looking at a whole bunch of videos. I'm not even paying attention.
The best Italian sub in the entire state of.
Yeah, oops, I've got a whole bunch of messages here too. All right, so there's this lady who goes by Beer Cutie Foodie. And yeah, she is doing it all. She's from New Jersey. And she's doing all this stuff saying, here's places to visit in Florida, like she knows anything about Florida. But this wasn't the one who made the big boo boo. It was another one who was doing a bunch of Florida history and really screwed up about the haulover. I should do a drawing of one of the haulovers. It's fascinating to imagine how you're trying to get from one place to the other. There's no road, and you got a big boat or a little boat, and you've got to pick it up, and you got to go across the water to get to the other side, hauling over the boat, if you will. Sometimes there'd be a ferry, or you would have something that would pull the boat across. If you read the stories of Jonathan Dickinson in Florida, they're dealing with that the whole time, going over. I think I'll make this a girl. Make this a girl kitty. So yeah, I get that board tomorrow from DK. I'll start doing the animals. The only problem with Tuesday is I've got to get Steve Brooks' card done. That may be the only issue, unless I go for Wednesday, because I'm not getting nothing done tomorrow. Oh, poo! I like doing. See, landscape. You want to do the landscape because that tells a story. That's where your TV is. I mean, that standing way doesn't make any sense. Your TV, your phone, your computer screen, all of them are wide. They're not tall. So when you do that, that's what's irritating. I didn't even notice until right now. Those are all like that, aren't they? But you can't see anything. It cuts off everything on either side. So you're having. It's a horrible way of doing things. But there's computer geeks for you. They don't know what the hell they're doing. That's why this is wide and not tall. It won't work on YouTube if I did it the other way. That's something silly I'm doing here. I'm making all these chairs different sizes. Some restaurant that has a zillion different sizes. You know what? I do have this flare. Why don't I make use of it? Give her a. I like doing designs on dresses. Of course, I was doing that here too. I'll get into my little line stuff here, and I'll be here all day. What time is it getting to be? 8:51. Oh, I still have this lady going on. Also, she's talking about something I think is relatively new. You got, as I learned working on the travel guides, they need to be 25 years or older. Then you're pretty sure they're going to still be around for a while. Doesn't always work out that way. But if you do something less than 10 years or 15 years, it could be gone the next day. They haven't proven their survival skills. Oh, you're leaving, Melissa? Goodbye. Good night, Andrea. Oh, yep. Okay, let me get back to the brush. I see now. Be done just a minute here. Have a great evening. Feel me? Get how am I gonna get lots of rest? I gotta be up at 7:30 to be on the road to get out to do some. I would like to get some recording of Sarah talking about her family history too. That would be really, really good. I needed to, it's like I don't have any video of me and Bill McCree or any, back then we weren't carrying these little video machines with us like this thing here. Now we carry them all over the place. I would have done a lot more. I've got a few interviews I did. I've got a bunch of tape recorded. I think I lost some of them in the move though, of old Orlandoans, but I need to see what I can get from Sarah tomorrow. Again, I'm going to a cemetery full of veterans. And in my friend Sarah's case, her veterans go from Vietnam all the way to the Civil War, buried up in Leesburg, Florida. So I hope to get, but I'm just fascinated to go there. And I'm glad to do something on Veterans Day. It's something I've been trying to do the last few years. And I'm usually busy with like Steve Brooks' project of getting that Christmas invitation. I also want to get my Christmas card done. But this came up and I asked if I could go along, and if she'd said no, well, I'd work on some other things. But she said, okay, let's see if we can pull this off. Got a lot of driving to do, but okay, I'm going to put the dogs. Hopefully get some neat video out of that. And I can get to Dennis's place. That's very important. I need that board. And he's already cut it. It's just sitting there waiting for me to pick up. Let's see. And I put shoes on these, but then it would be really hard to tell who's who. At least doing it this way, it's a little easier to see. Let's see if I can get this. So next live is going to be at Swampy, Florida. I'll be drawing something about Florida. This could very well be taking place in Florida, but I'll probably do something. I've got some Florida. I really should be aiming to get working on the Christmas print to some extent. But I first have to pencil it, and that takes hours. I've got it laid out but it's going to take how I want to do it. But I've got to draw these, where the location and all. I want it to be accurate. How is this working? I hope this is working okay. Making it up as I go. I really should come up with some theme. I've been doing it. Of course, when I was doing this all over at Facebook, a little bit of detail in here. There we go. But I put this late 1800s theme to these critters. I like that's back when we had style. Now everybody dresses in t-shirts. Okay, so we need to get that darker. I just need to make that darker. It didn't work. Yeah, there we go. See? There you go. So all the difference in the world. Got to have that contrast to tell the story, tell the story, tell the story. I was mentioning Greg Hildebrandt. We start doing those little Florida critters. Okay, bing, 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 my head, shoom. Maybe I will increase the Swampy's Florida video so I can do the Florida critter paintings there. Because that's where I really need people. And do them all color. The thing is, I do have, beside these will all be little crescent boards, 5x7s. But the other ones I have are all different sizes, different stock. So I think I've shown some to you, Hope and Dolphin. They actually, possums have whiskers. You know that? They do. They really do. Did that with a brush. Now I'm doing it. Some dogs do too, little teeny. And mice. Okay, let me try to get this out here. Oop. Wow, is this all I've done? I'm doing drawing the whole time I've been here. Holy cats. What's wrong with me? Where am I? 11:10. 1110. Wow, I remember because I was doing A Lives a year ago. I was in Lakeland. Eyes are all watering. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Hope, didn't you mention something? Oh, Stephen Leahy. Hello, Stephen Leahy. Hope, didn't you ask about an owl last week or earlier this week? Where am I? Today's Sunday. Oh, let me highly recommend Mark Stein's program, which will be on, which of course is in the UK on Serenade Radio, but it's at if you have to like the music I like, but it's at 12:30 Monday morning. Oh, I take it back. It's called Song of the Week, and he focuses on one song. And this week he focused on "Somewhere Over the Rainbow," and I really don't like that song. Never have. I'm sure everybody just had a heart attack, but that's one song I do not like. Never have. Now, I'm not a Judy Garland fan either. Interestingly, as being such a huge Sinatra fan, and this is something Stein didn't mention, but as far as I know, Sinatra never recorded that song. All right, so she needs to just go black too. Just go. The problem I see with the Christmas print this year is the lack of knowing where anybody is. And Melissa's not here. I really should do one of Gabriel's. I know they want me to do one. I took all the photos I need, but I don't think I can do all that this time around. Okay, we at 9? Oh, we're at 9 p.m. There you go. Ding, 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 ding. Wow, these sinuses. Oh, when are we going to go hit another dead witches, flying monkeys? What were they? Yeah, I don't know. Somewhere over the rainbow. So I don't know. I don't. It's not. I don't. Oh, that's right. Because I was showing the Greg Hildebrandt book I'm part of. That's right. Forgot about that. I don't connect Frank Baum and that film and Judy Garland. I mean, Judy Garland was part of the film, but the books were written because Baum hated what was happening in the UK. What's interesting was that Baum's writing that, you have C.S. Lewis and Tolkien also commenting on British politics with their books. A lot of folks didn't realize that Tolkien's series, though it was ripping off Richard Wagner's Ring Cycle, but it was all because he was upset with things in the UK, and C.S. Lewis was upset with things in the UK, and they're all writing about it, and they all become legendary books. And that also, I mean, Peter Pan was basically, Barry also was kind of commenting on things too. We don't seem to do that anymore, especially considering their political positions at the time. would seem foreign to people in America, especially folks like C.S. Lewis and Tolkien. Well, and Baum. Understand Baum's whole thing was the smoke and mirrors, as we say today. All that comes from Baum. That who's behind the curtain. That was him commenting on British politics. And you look at Keir Starmer there today, and nothing's gotten much better, has it? I can't believe how people fell for Keir Starmer. Oy. And the mess they're in now. It's only been, what, 3 months? All right. So there you are. Thank you for being here, being a part of things. Please, if you get a chance, click the little thumbs up. I really appreciate it. Thank you. And thank you for being here. I'm sorry, you can't see the whole thing. I'll pull back a bit. See all the stuff. Oh, I need to go by this produce place here. This is a produce place on Wickham Road. Good folks who have this place. I wish I'd done the cartoon for them. That's awful. But anyway, good folks. Anyway, please support your local businesses. We, as Melissa knows, a place I love to go to in Maitland, Florida, is Hollyanna Groves, and they just haven't been having the business to go ahead and open. And so I usually get a bag of oranges, and at Christmas time I give people oranges all over the place. You won't be able to get them. I may call. They know me, and they like getting the Christmas print each year. So maybe I can meet up with them. We could trade out. Can I give you the Christmas print? I buy a bag of oranges so I can pass them around because I do advertise. Please, we need to support our local businesses, our local fruit stands, our local agriculture. We need to support local business, please, please. We don't need China. Get rid of China. China should get out of our lives. And yeah, okay, I go to Dollar Tree, but I try not to. And try to survive without it. We need to try to do that. We need our jobs here. We need people to be able to work here. All right, thank you so much for being here. I'll see you all later. Next stream here will maybe Friday or Saturday. Probably Saturday and Sunday, maybe Friday. We'll see. And otherwise, Swampy Florida here on YouTube, Wednesday at 8. See you all later. Take care. Rob Smith here. Yes, more made right here. We need the jobs. Bad, bad, bad. Thank you so much. Take care. Real jobs. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye. Good night. Good night.